women in England are allowed to study, not practice.
What the fuck have I just seen? Remember on Friday I was saying that I didn't have any show to watch and binge watch on Netflix? Well, I found 1899 and I started watching it. The first episode I didn't really enjoy, but then I just kept watching it yesterday and oh my god, I got addicted to it. Every episode is like 1.5 hours long and I just finished the 8 episodes. My eyes are burning. I wanted to film a video and it's already 10:20 at night on a Sunday. And also it doesn't help that it was the weirdest, most mind-bending show I've ever watched, I think. Like, oh my god, you have to watch it. But bear in mind, it's pretty mind-bending. But anyways, welcome to the vlog. Welcome to Sunday night. Today's vlog was supposed to be a Sunday reset and I had planned to do a lot of things. But that clearly hasn't happened. Things didn't go as planned, but in this best version of ourselves, we are not going to let that stop us from doing what we want. Doesn't mean that a whole night is ruined, that I cannot do my Sunday reset. You know, I still can have a wholesome Sunday. I'm gonna have a shower, wash my face, and I'll catch you up when I'm ready. You know when you just finish watching a show and your brain is still processing it and you kind of need to get back into reality? This only happened to me. I've had a shower, skincare is done, hair in braids, and I feel like I can properly start the video now. As I said before, today is gonna be a reset routine to start the week off right and in the best possible way. You could call it a Sunday reset or a Monday reset, or like you can do this at whatever point in the week. But I think it's really refreshing to do it at the end / start of a new week. To be honest with you, today I just spent the day resting and winding. I feel like that's what my body needed. The first thing in this Sunday reset is to do those little tasks that will make you feel a bit less cluttered during the week or a bit more refreshed for the week. For me are things like clipping my nails, which are terrible, preparing Lola's food, clean a bit your room. Of course I've done that, but I feel like all of my videos I've done skincare and cleaned my room, so I didn't want to repeat that in this video. So yeah, I've cleaned a bit my room, just made some order, decluttered a bit. If you want to see me do a lot of that, check on the past videos, because in this 30 days videos there will be a lot of that as well. I just didn't want this vlog to be that. I really want to get into doing my nails, but for now I'm just gonna clip them. They're really horrible, and it's a way, you know, like these little ways, these little things to start your week off right, and not your typical routine things, but things you kind of put off doing. Like clipping my nails, it's not like I clip my nails every day, but I like doing it once in a while, or like doing it at the start of the week just gives you this refreshing, or I don't know, it could be putting on a face mask or doing a hair mask or something like that. That little special thing in your week that is not part of your day-to-day routine, whatever that is to you. So let's do that. Okay, now that we've done that refreshing thing, it's time to do another thing that maybe it's not that refreshing, but that it will help you start your week feeling like you already checked something off from your to-do list, you know, and that you're not just dragging it one more week. So for me, that's preparing my cat's food for the next few days, buying her medicine, just things that are not necessarily enjoyable. They're more like errand, but you don't want to do tomorrow, you know, like I don't want to spend my Monday doing that. You might be wondering, why the hell are you grinding your cat's food? And second of all, why are you doing it in your bathroom? First of all, to answer the first question, Lola cannot eat her cookies whole, so I have to grind them so she can swallow them. And second of all, I'm in my bathroom because it's 11 p.m. and doing this just makes so much noise, so I don't want to disturb anyone. I'm gonna close all windows. Okay, as you saw, I did more than just give Lola food. I cleaned her whole litter box. Like, I gave it a really deep clean because I'm trying to do that more often. I know I don't do it often enough, and following my own advice to do that thing that you know you don't want to do it. Like, at the moment I really didn't want to do it, but I said, like, am I really gonna do this tomorrow, or am I just gonna let it get worse until it's literally so bad? Ignore the rough face. It's time for my favorite part of this reset, which is actually the reflect and reset. I am gonna start doing it, and I'm gonna take you along as I do it. We're gonna do it in real time, and more real than this can't get, because this is literally how I do it. Relaxing in my bed, in my cozy space with my cat. The lighting is not gonna be the best, but again, we're just living in the moment here. The first thing that I'm gonna do is actually something that I didn't do last week, but I think it's really important. I'm gonna go over my monthly goals, and because the truth is, it's easy to forget them. So that from what I can see, I've completed a couple goals, I've done nothing of a couple, and I'm on track of a couple. For example, I had the goal of working out 3 times a week on January. I did it the first week. I haven't done it this week. I've been very busy with the videos, so I just did it once, 1 week. But that's the point. The idea of this Sunday reset is to also understand the points that we want to improve for next week. So now that I have that in mind, I'm gonna add it to my intentions, goals for this upcoming week. That's the part I do in my journal, and honestly, the rest I do on Notion. I adapt my Notion a lot to my needs of the moment. This year I've really put an effort to make it extra motivational and extra good, and it really, like, every time I open it, it really does give me that fresh breath of motivation and that, like, those inspiring vibes. So let's go to my weekly check-in. That's what I've called it. My goal is to do it every week. So the first thing I do, and I'm doing this because I felt like last year I wasn't that conscious living. Some periods of the year just feel like a blur. So to avoid that this year, I want to do weekly check-ins in which I also do a review of the week, and I jot down the main points of this week. It's an exercise to be a lot more present in the moment and just not be rushing all the time. Look over what you did this week, everything you accomplished. Like, you sometimes feel like, oh, I've done nothing, but once you start remembering, annotating exactly what you did, you actually feel like you did a lot, you know. So that's what I'm gonna do first. A review. Try to remember how you felt at different moments during the week, and don't forget to also include the things you don't really like or things that make you sad. At least I think it's useful to include them because it gives more of a real look to what happened this week. For example, this week I had a couple of days in which I felt not that great. I felt a bit low, and I'm annotating that and why that was. It's just like a journal, like reviewing. After doing that general review, we go to the next prompt, things you achieved this week, and I'm gonna annotate that. For me, definitely the first one has to be doing this series, and actually almost accomplishing 1 week, having filmed, edited and uploaded 6 videos in 6 days. Next, to annotate things that you feel like you could have improved this week, that you want to focus on next week. For me, is moving more my body. Definitely I haven't been moving my body that much this week, and just keep finding a better schedule for doing this editing my videos, so I don't end up that tired. And from those things that I want to improve next week or this upcoming week, what I do is I choose a main goal for the week. After that, what I'm gonna do this week, which I didn't do last week because it was the first one, is I'm gonna review the things that I wanted to improve on this week that just passed, and also my goal for this week. In this case, I had go out a bit more, find new opportunities to be outside and just breathe fresh air. I'm gonna actually give it a check. It's not a star, but it's really good. Then cook more and healthier. That was definitely a yes. This is gonna get a star. And then drink more water. This I actually didn't do, so I am gonna keep improving on that for next week. And achieve 7 days of vlogs. We are achieving that right now, so we can give that a check. Perfect. Finally, something that I did last week was add some of my favorite photos of this week. I honestly have so many pictures this week. Yay! So our weekly checking is done. I'll just let you know some other things I do before I go to sleep, because I'm honestly super tired. So one thing that I really want to set is my weekly to-dos, and then what you can start doing is dividing those tasks of the week during your weekday. So for example, you really need to do your laundry, but you don't have to do it tomorrow on Monday, you can do it on Wednesday. So having said that, as you might see from my face, I'm absolutely tired, like I just want to go to sleep right now. I hope you enjoyed this random video, and I hope it demonstrated to you that it doesn't, like, doing a reset routine doesn't have to be this super complicated thing. Honestly, you can do it when you're about to go to sleep. So I hope it works for you, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Okay, I forgot to tell you something else that I recommend doing if you want to get into cooking more, is spending a few minutes in Pinterest, or I don't know, your browser of preference, just doing your shopping, like planning the recipes you want to cook this week, and doing the shopping list for that.